All right, we're going to begin with some breaking news and take a look at what we got here. This is I-79. It's the southbound section, and we're talking about a fuel spill. We've got Sky 4 up over this. It's between Pittsburgh and the Carnegie exits. A truck struck something on the road, and then we've had about maybe 200 gallons of fuel spill there. No serious injuries that we understand, but they got the trucks working to kind of try to clear that off and clear it up. And so right now, this is meaning slow going on I-79. Now, our top story on this broadcast, one thing you can say about politics in Pennsylvania, it's never very boring.
That's for sure.
Tinted windows or not, now to politicians and parking. Sure, parking downtown is no picnic, but if you're the mayor, there are perks, your own space up front. It's not a stretch to picture Bob O'Connor's car there, but shouldn't that be after the election? Channel 4 Action News reporter Bob Mayo joins us now. Bob. All right, bent but far from broken, and still, you know, that knee has got to be sore, right?
Yeah, the Steelers and their somewhat hobbled quarterback.
Okay, we're going to tell you about what's our breaking news we've been following. A diesel spill involved here on I-79 southbound. Now, in your mind, if you think about the parkway as it heads out toward the airport, and then 79 kind of cuts from north to south, right? So then what has happened here now is because we only got one lane crawling by here on I-79 south, all of that outbound traffic on the parkway heading out of town, well, a lot of those people get on to I-79 to go south, right? So now we've got this, right? So it's really slow on the Parkway West heading out toward the 79 split. If you make it there and you get past it, you're probably okay. But for now, it's like the traffic has nowhere to go because lots of these people wait to get going south. As for the fuel spill itself, they're cleaning that up, about 200 gallons and no injuries. But it's going to be a pretty slow hour, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. 200 gallons is a lot.
Yeah, it is. Now, let's talk about a different kind of fuel issue. This would be the time to start hoping for a really mild winter, and not just if you don't like snow. They had already searched the area. Shauna Howe had been missing for 3 days. Then, from the old railroad trestle, and with great difficulty, they spotted her body. The murder trial continues in Oil City 13 years after the girl's murder, and the trestle is important. Here's Action News reporter Janelle Hall. Could have had some sun.
Could have, should have.
Theoretically possible.
I mean, this is just going to go on and on.
It's depressing. We're already into winter gloom.
And coming from San Diego, this is quite a change.
Looking for 70
How
and sunny.
was that?
I mean, you're like this.
Yeah, full sunshine. Man, the atmosphere is just kind of clogged up, like the parkway you just showed.
There you go.
There's no movement in the Northeast.
There's some good news to report in the fight against whooping cough. 2 safer new vaccines could prevent up to 1 million cases a year. Last spring, the Food and Drug Administration approved two new booster vaccines, Boostrix and Adacel. The new vaccines use purified parts of the whooping cough bacterium to build up a patient's immunity. The vaccine, tested on nearly 3,000 people, proved to be 92% effective in preventing infection with that highly contagious germ. Now, it is that time of year again when the kids begin to come home from school and they got the sniffles and the coughs.
Yes.
We've been following the diesel spill on I-79 southbound, south of the Pittsburgh exit before you would get to Carnegie, and you can see how they're trying to get it all cleaned up there here on the Sky 4 Vantage. So nobody injured, and one lane of traffic is getting by, but that's not enough here at rush hour. Big backups on I-79 heading south, and in fact, it is also kind of then bled over onto the Parkway. If you're heading out of town on the Parkway, this is what you got, because people can't get onto I-79 to go southbound, so it's going to be slow and for a good little while. Students say the hazing just simply got out of hand in this case. That's why some underclassmen cheerleaders had to speak up. Well, a lot of people find this to be exciting news here from Apple Computer. The company has introduced a new video iPod. The newest iPod is not only capable of playing music, it will play music videos as well. Where will you get those music videos? Apple, of course. The company will now sell music videos on its iTunes Music Store for $1.99 a piece. Apple also announced a groundbreaking deal with ABC, which will mean hit shows like Desperate Housewives and Lost will be available for purchase the day after they air. Relief efforts have been running into roadblocks in Pakistan.
But there is also good news. Survivors are still being found. That's next.
Channel 4 Action News continues. The man shown on that tape being beaten by New Orleans police is pleading innocent to the actual charges, including public drunkenness and resisting arrest. A judge set Robert Davies' trial for January 18th, a week after the trial of the officers accused of beating him. His lawyer says a civil suit is coming. Wow, $240 million. That's like, gosh, when you think about it, almost half of 1% of Bill Gates' net worth.
It's not worth it. Not worth it. No, really, you know how to take all the fun out of it, don't you?
know,
I didn't
yeah.
mean to hit you that hard. If you aren't Bill Gates, $240 million is a lot of money.